I should start the recording. There we go. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Space Game Junkie podcast. I, as always, am your co-host, Brian, and joining me, as always, is your co-host, Spaz.
Hello.
Yeah, because we're doing an oddly timed show for us. It's about noon here on the Pacific in Pacific time, because we have some guests that are overseas joining us. First from the UK, we've got
Strangelet or Strange, pleased to meet you.
Strangelet or Strange, and joining us from Poland, we have Mike, or as he's known, Farseer.
Yes, hello everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Folks, today we are going to be talking about the first-person ground shooty, spacey combat thing known as Angels Fall First, which just was a couple weeks ago hit the front page of Steam and got a nice boost of marketing. And so you guys have been kind of laying low. We've streamed your game a few times, but you seem to want to lay low for a while. But now, I figured we'd have you on now that you're kind of more front and center. Thank you for joining us. So we are, folks, if you're listening to the audio version of this, by the way, the MP3, this is a little different than usual because we're playing the game live as we talk. So you might do better watching the YouTube or Twitch archive that's going to go up after we record. But just FYI, I'm not going to be using push to talk as I usually do, that sort of thing, because we are playing live like we did a few weeks ago with Starship Horizons. So, folks, if you don't know, Angels Fall First is, I believe, inspired loosely from the original Battlefront 2. It's trying to kind of get that level of awesome gameplay. But I was looking at your wiki, gentlemen, and it looks like the story is far more detailed than that. Could you elaborate on how Angels Fall First came to be?
Sure, I guess I'll go first. Angels Fall First came from a bunch of fiction written by a chap called James Morris King, and he had created all this fiction in order to create a homeworld mod, and a bunch of people kind of coalesced around him as mod teams do, and we all really enjoyed his stories, and we started building stuff for him, and we got artists and programmers involved, and that became the Homeworld Naval Combat Operations mod, which was pretty cool, and it focused on very large fleet combat in this original IP universe, which he called Angels Fall First, and he wrote a great deal of lore. He's a tremendously thorough writer, somewhat like Timothy Zahn, and I was drawn by the excellent characterizations of all the key players and all this, and I started building spaceships for the guys around 2005.
Wow.
And we did the Homeworld mod, and we were always fans of shooters as well as space games, and we were just kind of at that point in time, I think everybody was waiting to see what would happen next with games, and where games like Battlefield would go, like waiting for them to get bigger. And we were always dreaming, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could run around inside the spaceships? Wouldn't it be cool if you could dogfight and shoot on the ground? And we waited patiently for this to happen, and of course it never bloody happened. And we had
It's true.
The closest thing we got was Battlefront, and then everyone was waiting for Battlefront 3, and I believe was it the DS version kind of achieved the dream, but who's got a DS? Was it DS or
I do.
Wasn't a Wii?
I do.
It was DS and Vita, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Vita,
I've
wow.
been actually playing it on the DS. I have a 3DS, and I've been playing it on the DS recently. It's really good on the
It ain't
DS.
bad, but can you board the spaceships?
I don't remember. I don't think I've gotten that far yet. I think you can. I think.
So we kind of had a look at the tech. We were all into Unreal modding as well, and with the advent of Unreal Tournament 2004 with vehicles and everything, we decided to have a go at trying to create something that had never really been done, and try and push first-person shooter games and space flight sim games together, and kind of rub them together and get a mutant baby of TIE Fighter and Battlefield. And we got so far with the Unreal Tournament 2.4 mod, but The tech wasn't really there. Then we were amongst the first people to start modding Unreal Tournament 3. And at that point, the tech was pretty much good enough, and we realized that we could push it all the way. So we did the Unreal Tournament 3 mod, and then they announced another Make Something Unreal contest, and we decided to enter that. And whenever there's money, people come and run in, so we got a nice big team around us. And we were very lucky to accumulate a bunch of really clever dudes. Actually, Farsi wasn't with us at that time. He was with an enemy team doing something else.
Oh, really? What were you working on at the time?
Yeah, we actually bumped heads in the Make Something Unreal contest because I was looking it was really a little, not a total conversion, but a little vehicles mod called Excess Vehicles.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a bunch of really crazy vehicles, and Angels for First actually beat us to the main prize. Was it the main prize or was it the...
No, we won 3rd place.
Yeah,
I think the main prize was the Orb, and then it was the Haunted.
Yeah, but I meant the vehicles category because
we beat you on vehicles, but that was only because
Excess didn't even get to the main.
Constantly pumping them for information on how to make better vehicles, so he was helping us in that.
Yeah.
So they joined us afterwards, and we carried on. And then we were asked by Epic to make a demo for the debut of the Unreal Development Kit, which was kind of a dev kit version of the Unreal 3 engine. And we got publicity from being on their dev site for a while, and we just carried on and carried on and carried on. And like I said, the main key for us was having clever dudes who were all aligned with a central vision, and we just kept pushing it in the same direction, and we've ended up with a pretty fun game, which is the game that you should never ever try and build, a game with everything in it. You can do everything all the time.
Fair, very fair.
Totally fair. We've streamed your game a couple times, and we've had fun every time. I mean, I have to I guess it helps. I love bots. I'm just gonna say I love bots, and you guys have great bots. I'm sure it helps having the Unreal Engine as a foundation for that. But your bots are really smart, and hopefully we'll get a little bit into that today. Has there been extra work done on the bots?
Absolutely. I mean, Farsi, you want to answer this one?
Yeah, we're constantly working on the bots actually, because it was one of our goals from basically the beginning, that we knew that indie games don't really get many players playing. So we had to add the bots to fight the curse of the indie dying curve, because we knew from the beginning that we need that. Yeah, basically we knew from the beginning that we need AI for the players to have fun, no matter the player counts on the servers.
That's smart, because I've seen so many multiplayer focused games just totally crash and burn because there's no bots and no one's playing it. So and people see that on like Steam charts and whatnot, that no one's playing it. So no one's going to buy it because no one's playing it. It's multiplayer only. So
yeah, and as you mentioned, also Battlefront, because Battlefront had full AI support and really lots of bots on the maps. So yeah, that was one of our inspirations. Although Battlefront is far from being the one and only inspiration for AFF.
Of course,
as the game.
Of course, it's just probably the closest parallel I can think of to what this is.
Yeah, it probably is, although it's not entirely by design. It's more like parallel design, and some of the parallels are more lucky than intentional, really. Yes, I guess people just want to play this kind of game, and we did too. So
yeah, that seems to be the best games, is when developers make the game they want to play, and people just
that's exactly
people just glom onto it from there. You know, they're like, oh, I want to play that too. So we've been fans of your game for a while, and it just had a few big updates, if I recall correctly, didn't it? Like within the last month or two, had some really big patches.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever a time when we don't push big patches out. So.
Right. Yeah, you guys have been fairly consistent and steady with your updates. And what I like about you guys is some developers have like little hot fixes here with like 1 or 2 fixes like all the time. You guys have like every month-ish or every few weeks like just this big old patch with just a ton of stuff, which is great.
You could say that there's, a lot to do.
Right. So how close would you guys say you are to getting out of early access? Because it's been a while.
Did we ever answer that one fast?
You know, I better don't answer anything about any specific dates because not always.
Not unless you've already nailed it down.
Yeah, maybe give me like.
Consistently...
Sorry, go ahead. No, after you.
Carry on.
No, I was gonna say, is there like a percentage? Oh my god. No, is there like a Is there like a percentage you guys are at from to where you want to be? Like, oh, we think we're 64% complete. You know, that sort of thing. Can you be more vague, maybe?
Oh,
yeah.
More than 64.
We're like 90% complete.
Oh, great.
In terms of functionality.
Right.
There's very few features that we want to add to the game. But that last 10%, we were 80% 5 years ago.
Right. No, it's like that last part of Everest. You know, it's like that last climb
much.
to the top, which is the hardest. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So we're in the game, folks. Why don't we get started playing a little bit, and we can continue to talk while we shoot some stuff. So what do we have going on here?
Bots? No, there are no bots. I'm going to add a few bots, and we can start.
Because we definitely want to see both ground and space combat. Which this game, folks, if you are unaware at this point, has space combat. That's why it's here.
Gentlemen, if you'd follow me towards the exit and ready up at your leisure.
I have to say, your British accent has adds an air of authority to the thing.
You remember the 16th century well, I take it.
Nice. An AI commander. So what is that exactly? Because I was playing with bots, and I noticed the matches have commanders. Are they the ones that decide which tasks need to be done?
Yeah, tasks are dealt out to squad leaders. Every player is a squad leader until the game fills up, and then extra players coming in will fill in the AI's default role, which is subordinates, privates. So if you notice, you guys should all have bots following you. Up in the top right-hand corner, you should have at least one guy following you. And if you hold down the C menu, you've got little orders, and you can move here, or follow me, or freelance.
Oh, wow.
You got your own little buddy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you look at other players while you give orders, you can actually see that you give the order, and so it's good to know. You can see guys pointing and see where they're sending their guys.
Oh, that's really cool.
So AI can perform any role that a human can play in Angel Fall First, including the commander. So commander is a role that not everyone enjoys, and it's very, very it would be optimistic to rely on a human commander always being present, so the AI can command as well. Command is somewhat limited. We do intend to provide more things for the commander to do, and that's part of our last 10%.
Nice.
At the moment, the commander simply tells you which objectives to go for, and they can do that either from the TAC map. If you hit escape, you'll see that there is a TAC map. On the left-hand side, there are locations in the TAC map.
Right.
And if you click on the top one, that should be space, and you'll see all the objectives. And if you have units under your authority present in the immediate location, you can drag box them and right-click to order them onto objectives and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
wow.
You can also send your squad leaders around like that. If you notice that when you first open the TAC map, you got a view of the ship, and you have a little yellow icon which represents your dude, and you can send him around the ship by drag boxing and right-clicking, so you can position your troops. So you really have, it's a great deal of command. In addition to the first-person commands, you can use the TAC map, and if you want to get a guy to follow another guy. So for example, I could target, where are you? Oh, you've all jumped in fighters and I'm on my own. Jolly good. The class is still here. So if you were to target somebody and get your bots to follow them, they would just trail around with that guy. You can also target specific enemies and get your bots to shoot at them. You can target specific objectives and get your bots to go after those. I'm going
Wow.
to join you in space if you're all in fighters now.
What's the targeting button?
G.
Oh, G, thank you. Because I do not remember.
All good.
Cullen Moya on YouTube. Yes, this is still in early access, but we've done some videos of it before. Whoa, I'm going sideways through hyperspace. That's funny. Whee!
Plenty to do.
Exactly. Woohoo! All right. New command received. Whoa. All right.
So the objective of this map is that we're going to take down the station defenses, which are a bunch of communications outposts scattered around. You can see the red objective icons.
All right.
And when that's done, the battleship will be able to warp in. The battleship is a fully playable vehicle, so at that point, either an AI will take command of it, or you can run to the helm and get it yourself. And the battleship is able to launch dropships, and we launch dropships from the battleship, and we attempt to take the station on foot. So we're going to be here a while taking down these objectives because they're quite tough. So just go out.
They shooting.
The AI will be ambiently trying to achieve the objectives at the same time.
Woo, woo,
Oh my good lord.
woo, woo.
Recently had the AI upgraded to the point where they're reasonably scary.
What difficulty did you set them to, Strange?
2.
Okay.
2 of 5.
Hey, Hunter's joined us. Hi, Hunter.
I am here.
There should be, if you want to get in the game with us, there should be server name and password in the Promenade channel.
Awesome. I will be joining you shortly.
Woohoo!
I would recommend getting bombers in order to attack the objectives more efficaciously.
Oh crap! I just got into a fighter. Oh well.
Well, fighters can still do some damage. You can use your
Yeah,
missiles.
you can also put an ion cannon on the fighters and they will deal quite a bit of damage.
I died very quickly. I'm used to using a joystick for these things. You can use a joystick if you want to, right?
For joystick, but we really decided early on that we didn't want to. We didn't really want to do flight sim style space combat. It was tempting. We tried it, but at these speeds with targets this size, you can't hit anything, and we ended up just giving people really, really heavy auto aim.
Right.
I'm just covering Spasticus as he tries to attack this objective. So we looked to War Thunder. Which is one of my favourite flight games. It's also a game that you can play with one hand while you're drinking a cup of coffee. The flight method for that was that the AI is actually controlling your vessel, but you are giving it input in the form of pointing it in the right direction. And that was beautiful. We tried that, and we're a great fan of that method of flying. But we do constantly get requests for joystick controls, so we may consider bringing it back. Really like it.
Oh! Okay, I'm definitely doing a bomber this time.
So up the top right hand corner you can see all the objectives being read out, A, B, C, D, E.
Yes.
A and B are done, C is being shot at, D is done, E is nearly ready to pop.
Very nice. That's I have to say I really like the work you guys have put into the HUD. It's very clear, very easy to understand what's going on. All right, I'm going to get into a bomber this time, like you said.
So with bombers, you've got a couple of heavy options in your loadout. You notice that you get the loadout every time you launch. Totally customize your vehicles.
So we have a
with ULA bombers, you get to use either torpedoes or the heavy rail cannon. Heavy rail cannon is insta, but has a relatively short range.
Right.
Oh, managed to pop the objective E.
Let's do it.
Nicely done.
Torpedoes have a longer range, but they're pretty slow, although nothing is really going to intercept them. Ground targets are not terribly safe from torpedoes.
Oh, Sliding into hyperspace. Angels Fall first, Tokyo Drift. There we go. Okay.
So you said bombers?
Yeah, if you look on the far side of the bay on the left from where you spawn, you'll find some of the big old scimitar bombers.
Hells to the yeah. Launching.
All right, we got F, G, and H now. What is F, G, and H?
Now that the first wave of the objectives has been cleared, now
That's right.
it's time to board the station.
Oh,
So
okay.
now our battleship
And,
will walk out
Yeah.
any moment now. Oh, they've also got some corvettes entering the fray.
Oh boy. Oh, this thing has a turret.
So, oh yeah. So now you got some more options. The battleship is going to warp in any second if it hasn't already. Can't see it. Oh yeah, it's there. So you'll see a new yellow defend icon on your HUD. That's the battleship. It's about 14 kilometers away. I'm going to go back to the battleship and redock and get in a dropship, if there is
Oh,
one
jeez.
left, because the AI should be taking the dropships out as we speak in order to board the station. While we've spent a great deal of time focusing the game, the necessity to have AI be ambiently playing the game as well means that you do tend to miss a little of what's going on, and we're working on that.
Right.
Yeah, the dropships are here though.
They're already there?
No,
they're in the
they are in the Hugin.
Okay, so I'm going to go and see if there's one left. So I'm redocking now with the battleship. You can also just respawn from the TAC map. You hit escape, and then in the bottom right hand corner there's a redeploy mode button.
Oh, okay.
And you can just respawn back in the battleship.
Leave my
So
battleship
we're
alone.
waiting at a dropship. You guys want to respawn and come and join us on a dropship run?
Sure.
On my way.
You should see us when you spawn in the hangar. We're waiting at the ramp to the dropship bay, and we'll just have to hope that no...
Well, I died, so yeah, I'm on my way.
Okay.
I really want to take this one fighter out. Hang on a second.
So wait, where are you guys deploying from?
We're in the battleship bay, the same place you started originally. You can reach it from the TAC map. If your location isn't the Hugin battleship, then I see the table for two. Is this you?
That's me.
Hey, man. Are we waiting for anyone else for the dropship?
You guys go ahead. I'm trying to deal with this fighter. I'm trying to deal with this fighter.
Okay, Josh, you take the dropships.
Okay, I'm going to take the
I will do
dropship.
an escort.
So when you run up here, you get an option to pilot. I'm going to pilot it, so I'm going to hit pilot now. No, we all get, hopefully, teleported to the... Oh, I'm not meant to say teleporting. That's how it actually works. No, the dropship launches. And we are in space. Now, you guys should be able to run around inside the dropship as I pilot it.
Oh yeah.
And man the guns. And we're just making our way past the Corvette here, which I'm going to try to avoid. The
I'm
objective
trying
for
to
me
get
now...
rid of the Corvette.
Thanks, man.
And the Corvette is dead.
Oh, he's a killer. Queen.
Oh,
So I'm going to go through the superstructure to avoid all these missiles that are coming after me.
jeez. I'm being shot at by somebody.
A lot of
Who's
armor.
shooting me? Who's shooting me?
Okay, so we're near to the station now, and I have to go to the docking bay of the space station. And when I get there, I'll have the option to dock with my dropship. Here we go. Fortunately, Spasticus and I took out the gun earlier. So now we are breaching, and you guys should be seeing yellow flashing lights inside the dropship. Run to the back of the dropship. You've got 15 seconds to get in the back of the dropship. We can watch on this video monitor here as the dropship docks with the station, and we should be boarding the station imminently. There we go. And the dropship bay door is open, and we are inside the station. That alone,
Breach, go, go,
no
go!
other game does that in a dynamic manner. So now we got a new
Move!
we got a new set of objectives inside the station. Please proceed to get them. I will tell you.
I'm going for H over here then.
Okie dokie, I'm going for H as well.
I see the breach point there. I'm going to try and get to it.
Well, you need to
See if
be
there are
in a
any
dropship.
boxes
You can actually
in there.
spawn in the dropship.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
once the dropships are in flight, they become spawn points.
I see.
Sit
Once it's
down.
landed, you can also get into it.
That's right. We seem to have caught them unawares. There's not too much enemy activity on the space station.
Oh,
I have
you-
only added 20 bots of the maximum 64 to this. So you guys are up near... Oh, Vespilo is up near the objective, but he doesn't seem to know what to do. Yes, he does. He's planted the objective. So that's cool. That's the hack spike planted in that objective. We have to defend that until it's hacked the objective.
Yeah,
nice,
the
I
bot
see it.
just run past us. So,
Did it? I trust you took care of him.
Yeah, I got him.
Jolly good. So now we move on to the next objective.
So where should I spawn? The dragon?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, actually, if it's in flight, that is not docked at the station. We now have another boarding point, which is
Got
on
some
the
bots
station.
coming in.
Yeah, they're onto us.
Yeah, watch the windows. They know how to shoot through glass. So.
Well, why'd you make him so smart?
All right, I'm here. Sorry, I'm coming.
As always, it's my fault.
So, what
No, I'm
objective
kidding,
are we
it's
going
great.
for?
I'm going for F. It's the furthest away.
Damn!
Alright, man.
I got killed by a guy with acid.
Oh, yeah.
Son of a gun.
Gotta watch out for those aliens, man.
No, there are no aliens in the Angels for the First Universe. We are of the opinion that man makes himself plenty of trouble on his own.
No xenomorphs here, huh?
None recorded so far.
Alright, I'm doing the thing.
Of course, it's a big galaxy out there.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah!
Next, we're taking out these consoles as we go. These consoles are actually repair consoles for the station's weaponry. They can be manned from the central core, which at the moment only the enemy have access to. There's a bot behind you! Oh, no!
Ah!
He had a grenade launcher if anybody wants one.
I'm trying to go for this task. This guy's shooting. Someone's shooting acid bullets. It's crazy. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
someone's already getting G. Good.
excellent.
F's
Oh,
good.
I got more bots! Oh, I got more bots!
I'm moving on G.
Screaming and shouting like a young girl.
It's pretty funny.
F's good. G's almost done.
So as soon as that's done, we'll have been granted access to the central core, on which there are 3 more objectives. And we must infiltrate and destroy them. Aboard this
Oh,
fully
gee.
armed and operational battle station.
Damn it.
I think we're in their spawn area. What? How's that objective coming on? They failed at G. They're going to need a hand. We got to go back to G.
Yeah, I just got killed at G.
Ah, your fault.
So I gotta say, even though this is built on the Unreal 3 engine, it looks so far beyond like just about anything else built on that engine. Like how many people are on the team?
We've averaged about 8 for the last few years.
That's pretty good.
We had a bigger team in 2008 when we were taking part in the Make Something Unreal contest, and that's when a lot of our art got done. And you must say it still looks a little bit 2008, but it's a pretty 2008.
Well, it runs great on my older machine, so I'm fine
Alright,
with
we got
that.
new objectives.
We've got new objectives. The core is now open. We must run to and infiltrate the core for the
Nice.
League.
I see you,
For the
bot. I
United
see you.
League.
For Agatha!
Oh shit! I think I just got a grenade in my face.
That will happen.
Oh! Whoa!
So, meanwhile, the space battle is still ongoing outside.
I was about to ask
one
about
of their
that.
objectives as defenders is to kill our battleship. If they can do that, and also kill all the drop pods that we put on the station, we can't take the station anymore, so they will have won. We're just kind of trusting to our space fleet outside that they are holding them off.
That's really amazing. So we're right now outside. We still have AI doing their thing while we're doing our
That's
thing.
right.
That's really impressive. And I really like how, like, when there's like someone might be over there. There's a question mark. Like, I really enjoy that.
Yes, our new spotting system. It wasn't much fun when you could consistently just see where everybody was, so our lead designer Jetfire implemented this new system. And it's a lot creepier.
It's very creepy. It's very creepy. I enjoy that. I really enjoy that.
We're so close. All the objectives are under attack. We're holding them off. We have won.
Really? Oh, well done.
Yay!
Taken.
Wow, 8.
What?
I'm the lowest human player.
I thought you scored 8. That
No,
was unexpected.
no. I'm number 8.
So now if you look at your stats and your profile, you earn medals. The progression ladder is marked by rank medals. And that's tied to the loadout system. We don't lock anything in Angels Fall First. On day 1, you can take the best gun out for a ride. But if you want to have the best gun with all the mods attached to it, and then carry another gun, and then carry some more stuff, then you'll have to rank up in order to increase your loadout budget. So it's a points system, really.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like an experience system, really, because we figured out that maybe giving all the players all the weapons at once from the get-go is gonna be really confusing. So
Yeah.
as you get more experience with the game, you also get experience inside the progression system. So then you
We
can
also have
take,
map
for
vote.
example, 3 completely different weapons.
Right. Now, how
So
many?
you guys have chosen a ground map. Did you want to choose a ground map, or shall we go for some Space Territories map where we can introduce you to the joys of capital ships?
Do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Did you say capital ships?
We love our
Got the trouble.
we love our capital ships around here at Space Game Junkie.
Bring that on.
Yes, and please, yes, and please.
What's a good map, Fast? Where should we take them? Space Territories.
Eye of God?
Eye of God.
How many maps are there right now?
Many.
Many.
Oh, you killed the server.
Oh,
Oh, I did.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. I'll rehost. It didn't crash or anything.
early
I hit the save travel command and it just stopped working.
early access, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know what you did.
Early
You,
access.
you traveled to a map that doesn't exist.
Yes, because I should have put Eye of God territory. So that was human error.
Uh-huh.
The game works absolutely fine. Okay, operations. I have got territories. Make that the first map.
So yeah, the operations are neat because there are all these different operations, all these different maps, which are really cool. And then you can make your own little campaign. Folks, you have a lot of options as to how to tweak the AI.
Well, you've got a slider that goes from 1 to 5.
Right, but you also have
No,
a
that's not true. That's not true.
you have a
can
rank
set up
cap,
a
and you
skill,
can
and their rank cap, which limits how many weapons. So you can choose not to have bots with all the best kit.
right.
See, now this is the kind of stuff I wish that Planet Side 2 would have done, but you guys are doing it, so this is awesome.
This is how this game got born. It's the kind of stuff that a lot of people wished other games did differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If
Are
really
you-
join, let's join AIA. Shall we all go AIA? The server is now up again with the same password.
Okay, hang on. So, all right. Yep, there it is.
All right, we got Spaz in here.
Yes,
Alright.
and should we mention that the operations screen is a prelude to something else?
Absolutely. Why don't you mention it for us?
Wait, habba-dooba-doo?
Because the way you can now set up your own campaign, this is basically just a straight up maps list, but it's a beginning of something we want to add to the game, and probably before the 1.0 version, or however you want to call it. And that's, I think you may know from Battlefront and its Galactic Conquest, where the maps are chained in a more meta game
Hell
way.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's such a no-brainer, right?
I know. I know what you're talking about.
Hey, this guy's
I'm okay.
sleeping at a station over here.
I'm okay.
What are
I'm
you
all right.
doing?
I'm all right. Okay, I'm okay. So yeah, no,
That man's playing Galaga.
no.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, we wouldn't notice, but we did.
We love the Galactic Conquest mode of Battlefront.
Love it.
Love.
Oh, yes.
So the fact that you guys are trying to implement that just makes this all that more exciting. And folks, this is less than half of the current Battlefront 2 in terms of how much you're going to pay for it, and feels like you're already getting a better game, even though this hasn't been fully released yet.
Yeah, just a disclaimer, it's probably not gonna be like a one-to-one copy of the Galactic Conquest mode, but certainly gonna be something like that, a meta game to change.
It's gonna be better.
It's probably gonna be more modern.
Yeah.
Right, of course.
We've had the opportunity to learn from a lot of games.
Indeed.
So we got Spaz and Brian over here. We got everybody. Okay.
So, what is the biggest challenge you would say in making a game like this? If you could choose one challenge, what would be the toughest?
Keeping clever people together and focused.
No, really? So it's not even a game issue, it's a personnel issue.
Absolutely, because anybody clever can solve all the little tiny things that go together to make games, because games is all the arts all together, right? It's sound, it's art, it's programming, it's science, it's physics, it's everything, right? So
Right.
the importance of having a well-merged team is absolutely critical. We were very, very lucky to find a bunch of clever friends and stick together. This is where a lot of mod teams fail, you know, people drift away, people have got lives, so we're also lucky in having very little life.
Right.
So just a note on the match we're about to play, it's a Space Territories map, which means that
The
we
hell?
are competing for points. I am now driving the Empire battleship. Somebody else, an AI, is driving the League battleship.
Oh dear God.
And as we earn more points, we become eligible for larger vehicles. If you look on your TAC map, if it's not open already, you can enable the vehicle queue, which is located at the bottom right under the redeploy menu. This shows you how much score you have until you're eligible to take out one of the bigger battleships, and you also get notified of that in game.
Oh.
Corvettes, destroyers, something called line ships at the moment, which is a bit of a bone of contention because line ships aren't a thing. We wanted to call them cruisers, but somebody cheekily altered the code just before a major update, and they're now called line ships.
Not ships of the line, but line ships.
Yeah,
That's
they
pretty
should be cruisers.
All
We've
right,
had
so
big arguments about that.
I've got a task over there.
Yeah,
So-
it's capture and hold points.
Alright. Do I have to board the thing or just fly around it?
No,
You can
just
board the
fly
battleship.
around.
If you've got a
Yeah, you
dropship, you can board the battleship. That's a totally dynamic event. You get dropships from the
Wait, this thing's a battleship,
A.
huh?
What are you on right now?
I'm talking about the big thing with the big circle wheels on the side. That's a battleship?
No. I think you're referring to the space station, which is part of the map scenery.
Ah,
Whoop,
yes.
whoop, whoop.
The battleships are the large spaceships floating around. I'm flying one.
Josh,
big
if
yellow
I may
striped
suggest,
one.
maybe we should invite the guys to the bridge of the
Oh,
battleship
yeah,
that
that'd
you're
be great.
piloting. Yeah.
So when you guys get a moment, if you would respawn on the Anubis and make your way to the bridge, the Anubis battleship, which is the battleship for your team. I'm just holding it in a parking slot right here over Objective C. If you're in a fighter, you can come and dock with it at the bay. And if you're not, you can just respawn. But it's definitely cool to come and see the bridge and see the battle going on out the windows of the flagship. Hello, Table for Two. Welcome to the bridge of the AINV Anaximandros.
Dude, it's like you guys took the best parts of a lot of games I like and threw it together.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we describe our game.
No,
Whoa.
seriously, like PlanetSide 2 meets Star Wars Galaxy Space Combat. Like, what?
And they made you pay for it, the bastards.
Yeah, a little bit. Don't remind me.
Table for Two, the helm, as you might see, is empty. Just saying.
Yep, I got it.
Where is even the helm? I don't know where you guys... Where are you guys?
Have a look
Holy
on the map.
ballsack! This is awesome.
If you're on the Anubis battleship, you can make your way to the front of the ship, and it's pretty easy to find the bridge. Several signs point towards it. It's a fairly linear environment. If you just keep going forwards, you'll find it. So Table for Two is flying the battleship right now. There are some additional commands available when you're flying the battleship. If you hit G to target something, and then the V key, you get a fire control menu, so you can order your guns to fire on particular targets. You've also
Oh my
got control
gosh.
of the main spinal ion cannon.
Takes a while to charge up, but
Oh,
it's
I've
very
noticed
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, this way to the bridge, exactly.
Oh, hi.
Whoa! Wow, look at that. He's such a pretty. Oh, we lost a Corvette? That sucks.
Yeah, there it is right there going up.
Damn. I'm gonna take a turret. I take a turret.
Yeah, there's a few just behind the bridge. You can see the white icons with turrets on them.
Ah, alright. A lot of icons going here, but I dig it.
There's a lot of information to convey. It's a fully complex vehicle that you can run around inside.
Oh, this is like a missile turret.
Fire everything!
This is like a missile turret. Ooh.
Yeah, on this one you got 2 small plasma turrets, a missile turret, and 5 large plasma turrets. The trouble is, the ship's almost a mile long, so to get to the plasma turrets, you gotta run all the way back down to the end.
I'm trying to find enemies that are within range.
The ship is so big, if I had walked, the movie would be over!
Wow. Oh man. Yeah, look at that.
You can also occupy your time repairing turrets and stations around the ship. If something gets damaged, you'll start to see internal damage. Occasionally on the walls you'll see a representation of the ship and things will start to go red. The icons will start turning into repair icons, and if you brought a little repair tool, then you can run around and repair the consoles, and that becomes more critical as time goes on. This battleship's got quite a lot of health, so we shouldn't be seeing too much damage too soon, unless Table for Two is a particularly bad battleship commander.
Look, the jury's still out, okay?
It might be fun if you go and get us some damage so we can see some internal damage.
Well, if these guys would shoot back...
Have a go at their battleship. He'll shoot back.
Is that the thing that's above us?
It's the, should be a giant red enemy symbol. You'll be able to see it. It's a rather beefy looking rounded spaceship that's idly dawdling around space.
Yeah, I see it right there.
I'm gonna take.
Occasionally inside the ship there are viewport monitors on screens so you can actually see the pilot's eye view of what's happening. Like, I'm in one of the rear turret areas and I'm watching a viewport screen so I can see that Table for Two is approaching the enemy battleship and readying the main cannon.
I'm in an interceptor. I'm gonna go shoot some things.
That is perfectly legit, because in Angels Fall First, you get to do what you want to do.
I think the main cannon's out?
Can't be. Are you sure you're switched to the right thing? Try pressing 1. That's the main cannon weapon. It's a charge and
Oh, there we
hold
go.
weapon.
Yep,
There you
yep.
go.
We're good.
Oh, damn! Got rammed. Is there a first-person cockpit view? Someone wants to know.
Nope, there is not. There is a very close view. We haven't done cockpits yet, because to do so would kind of ruin our method of flying. As I've mentioned before, we didn't really want to do full flight sim.
Incoming missiles.
Oh yeah, we felt that one. We spent a lot of time developing the immersion of the ship interior environment, so not only can you hear what's going on outside, you'll also feel some rocking and rolling when you get hit significantly, and as you start taking more and more damage, fires will start to erupt all over the ship, and as the ship takes too much damage and becomes unretrievable, the entire ship will start experiencing explosions, and you have to run to the bay as alarms will sound, and you have to abandon ship.
So I'm launching in a fighter now with missiles and mines. Fun!
Oh,
Woo!
we are getting hit pretty good, guys.
Okay, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Reinforcements are happening. We got a cruiser exiting warp.
There's a lot of stuff in front of me. Oh boy. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
you're really in the line of fire now. We still don't appear to be experiencing too much damage inside. Oh,
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
it sounds like Vespilo's actually boarded the enemy battleship.
Wait, what?
Hope you're not on that thing when it goes.
Oh yeah, he's on there. His boarding pod's been destroyed, but he is completing the internal core lockout objectives in the battleship. You can get aboard enemy battleships, and then you've got 3 core lockout consoles that you have to destroy, and when you've done those, you can go and kill the core of the ship. And when you've done that, you have to get out of the ship
That's... wow.
before she blows. As Vespilo is finding out, it's a little bit tough to complete all those objectives on your own because they are very tough objectives.
I like
It
the...
used to be more lenient about it, but it really was very easy to kill a battleship.
I really like the capital... oh, shit. I really like the capital... lasers. Reminds me of Free Space 2 a lot, which is...
Yeah, we had to do the lasers. Fires and lasers.
Right, gotta have lasers. Is there a target closest enemy button?
Nope, you just gotta look around and hit G.
Okay.
Oh man,
That's what I've been doing.
I just went up to the bridge and a rail cannon shot just cracked the windshield.
Oh, shit! I don't know what that was, but I got hit with something. Oh,
There's a lot of
man.
enemy activity out there.
Oh! Damn! Damn.
New command received, and I got new combat rank.
Oh, well done.
Apparently,
The Emperor is pleased.
apparently I'm going to be deploying in a Corvette. Wow, I like how who's Vespio? Who's that? Is that someone you guys know?
I don't know, it's just some random dude. We do have some players at this time of day. It's a bit thin on the ground right now.
Because he's just saying F you, F you. He's not happy.
Looks like you got multiple heavy missiles incoming from the enemy battleship, table for 2. What you gonna do about it? Z is the raise shields key, just saying.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is a thing. Raise shields!
Thank you for telling me that, because I wouldn't have done that either.
In a fighter, it's your responsibility to equip shields. They are optional.
I really like how the Corvette I'm on actually has its own whoa. Its own
Where do I see my health at?
Top. Oh, bottom left. Bottom right, sorry.
Oh, we're doing good.
whoa, this Corvette is oh man. Oh god.
Whilst we've been having fun, they have been taking the objectives, which we've completely neglected. So we may want to move into the capture positions. You see, there's quite a few enemy line ships and destroyers out there now. Anybody got a high enough score to take one yet?
Oh, I was just on a Corvette, but I got killed. Oh, I can take another one. Okay, I'm going to accept it.
Yeah, we're getting hit pretty hard by these missiles.
Yeah, we're getting some damage here. Although she does appear to be holding together, baby. Hold together, baby.
Oh my god, look at all that.
Vespilo did a good job disabling their weapon systems on their battleship.
Yeah, he's probably been running around their battleship, taking out their weapons, which is why we're not picking up quite so much damage. Although, looking at the readouts, we're down to 61% on the...
Yeah, we're getting pretty low.
Wow.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I love how these cap ships have, like, all the readouts are for the, like, the shield and the guns are very clear and distinct. There's just a lot to like here.
Pretty necessary. Well, we're taking a lot of fire now.
Objective A completed for the enemy. Oh.
Yeah,
we've been watching the battle from inside the battleship. They've been taking the objectives pretty much. So. And now the bridge is on fire.
Yay!
Lost table for two, blissfully unaware of this, ensconced as he is within his commander's helm. As soon as he gets out, he'll see that the bridge windows are cracked, the bridge is on fire, there's electrical sparks everywhere. And me and Farsi are just watching out the window.
But no one's gonna repair?
Actually, there's not much to repair. I think the bots will automatically run around the ship and repair stuff too. You're doing a pretty good job of shielding
they will.
The enemy battleship's almost gone.
Pretty good. Oh, they've got a frigate in here too, and he's turning towards us. And see table for two's got the ion cannon on him already.
Okay. Let's see where else can I deploy. So I just deployed on a
battlefield. What the hell?
I just deployed on a drop ship. Does that put me? Oh, I think it's flying. Oh, it looks like it's flying right
So if
now.
you're on a dropship, you should see extra yellow icons around boardable enemy ships. The battleship is boardable, the frigate is boardable, and if you approach those yellow icons and hit F, you'll be able to board their ships.
Well, apparently.
Oh no!
Shit!
Someone just killed
Table
our...
for two! Leave your station and run for the bay!
What happened? Oh no!
Let's go! Let's go!
I think
Everything's on
someone
fire.
sabotaged us.
You sunk my
man.
battleship!
Did we have borders? I didn't even notice them.
Yeah,
We did. They didn't come to the bridge. Where are we
Bay
going?
is at the bottom of the ship, so anywhere down.
Thank
Just-
you.
Keep going down.
Run,
Gotcha.
run. Get in a fighter. Oh my god, there's fire everywhere. I'm gonna get in a bomber, see if I can do some damage to their line ships. So we lost the battleship.
Oh jeez.
Tremendous
Yeah,
blow
and-
for the Empire.
And they are about to win,
They're
unfortunately.
gonna win in about 20 seconds, yeah. So I'm just gonna put a few torpedoes into the frigate and call it a day. Oh.
Ah, that's amazing.
Oh,
What's
nice
that
shot to my bomber. Oh, the Emperor is ashamed.
Enemy achieved all their objectives. I bet this Vespilo guy is pissed.
All right.
he did not
I'm
seem
gonna shut
happy.
the server down now, guys.
Oh man, that's 11.
Is it time?
Right, I'm shutting the server down now. If you guys want to carry on playing, we do host official servers.
You gotta go.
I'm just going to shut the server down. I got a few minutes.
Let's do an official server real quick then.
Alrighty.
Let's see.
But yes, unfortunately, I have to take my leave as soon as possible.
Okay, let's do the EU server. EU maps number one. EU all maps 1.
Was I just trying to say EU number 1?
Oh, hi, Vespio. He's on our Discord now. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, you were kicking butt there.
We got a few of our locals here.
Welcome. All right. Oh. I have no idea which team to join. I guess I'll join this one. Oh, I can't. Oh, there's a
ULA, I guess is all we can do.
There's a spectator mode. Perfect. I can watch you guys fight. Oh, that's even better. Oh, I should have been doing that the whole time. Oh, I forgot to ask if there's a spectator mode. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Through people with the left mouse button, and if you click right mouse, you'll be free to cruise around.
Oh my gosh.
Scroll wheel increases and decreases the speed of your traverse.
Wow, the fighter that this one AI is flying is basically a giant gun with an engine, it looks like. Oh, he just got killed.
Or a giant engine with a gun.
We got Outer Limits here. We got... Wow. I'm trying to find you guys. Oh.
Well, I blew up on a ship. That's cool.
Oh. Anus the Noob. Oh, that's great.
Oh, we got the Salt Lord. Big shout out to Salt Lord, who's one of the leading sarcasm proprietors of our community.
Oh, okay. I see Spaz now. I'm following your fighter. Or bomber, or fighter, I'm not sure. This spectator mode is absolutely perfect. I should have been doing this the whole time. I was going to ask about this spectator mode earlier because I've been looking at for games where you can do a tournament, you know, and that kind of thing needs a spectator mode, and this is great. Oh, Spaz just bought it.
It would be really nice to get the game into a state where we could run tournaments. I think we got a long way to go. There's some pretty major components that Farsi wants to add. I know he's working currently on lag compensation, which has been a big topic because we run server-side authentication, which means it's really, really hard for cheaters to cheat because everything happens on a server. But of course, then we get like hitbox lag and it doesn't feel as good as it could. So there's a bunch of solutions that the tech guys have come up with, which we really need to implement before we hit 1.0.
Wow, this one person looks like a really good pilot. So, I noticed that when you guys got on the front page of Steam, did it break your servers?
No.
Oh, okay. It looked like you guys had some server issues. That's good.
What really broke our servers is the brilliant Windows patch for Intel processors.
Oh,
the meltdown thing.
Yeah.
Spectre meltdown.
Yeah, because Angel Fall First is not quite super optimized yet, and before the meltdown patch, it was that the servers were running at like maxing out the CPU core, and after the patch we're like missing this 10% performance, so it's getting a bit laggy because the frame rate of the server is just slightly too low to have a fully lagless experience.
We were able to run servers with a dialed down 40 player count, which really helped at the time, but it was a little disappointing.
40 is dialed down.
Absolutely.
40 is absolutely dialed down.
What's the max you guys want to achieve with your server?
64.
Oh my
64.
God. That's amazing.
Theoretically, we could go higher than that, but that's quite a bit of work and a lot of optimization.
Now, this Galactic Conquest mode you're talking about, that will be multiplayer as well as single player?
Yes, of course. Like just as
You
everything.
guys, I'm so excited.
First is identical online and offline. That's one of our key pillars.
Oh, it makes me so happy. It's fun to watch Spaz repair stuff.
Or try to, anyway.
Oh, and Hunter's in a fighter thing. Shooting at something. Getting hit by some flak, it looks like. Oh, man. Oh, man. And Hunter's down. Hunter's down. Yeah. We're totally doing tournaments with this game, you guys, because I want to be that announcer guy. Hunter taken out by the flak. That wasn't a good...
Game, young man.
That wasn't a good look.
Yeah, as for the spectator mode, eventually we want to polish it up to look kinda Battlestar Galactica inspired with the camera work, because right now it's very, some of the camera angles it does are very gamey and not,
You want that more kind of handheld camera look.
maybe not handheld, but at least teach it to pick better spots to show the fighters from and such.
Right.
There are currently different camera modes. If you hit period and comma, you can switch between
Yeah.
different camera modes.
Oh, wow.
There's a chase cam, cinematic cam.
That's true. And then the orbit cam. And this is amazing to watch, just this huge mix of AI and players just going at it.
Yeah, we watch this thing play itself quite frequently. It's a wonderful little sandbox.
Oh, really? Do you guys set up full AI matches just to like test out the bots and test out the game and stuff like that? Oh,
Absolutely. Or we just play it as an RTS, because you can just go into the commander mode
Jesus.
and order the AI around.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to play 1v1 as commanders.
wow. I'm trying to... Is there a way you can quickly select a player in spectator mode? That... Or
I don't think so. Not right now yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep cycling through until I see one of you guys. Got Walter in here. Oh man. Looks like one of the ships isn't doing so well. Yeah, the spectator mode is perfect. I should have left this on. So we have to wrap it up because we have a hard stop in a little bit. But I want to thank you, gentlemen, for coming on and talking to us about Angels Fall First and playing with us. Again, folks, the game is Angels Fall First. It is, I think, $17.99 on Steam. It is currently in early access. And if you watch the video, you can see there's a lot of variety. I think we've pretty much only done space stuff in this for the show, but if you look on the YouTube channel, you could find a couple of streams we've done with all kinds of ground maps, and the bots are very good. There's a lot of variety, lots of things to do, like not just fighting, but repairing and capturing and taking turrets and whatnot. So there's a lot to do. As you can see, right now, there's a spectator mode. I'm watching Walter flying this really cool looking purpley fighter thing. So yeah, the game is currently in early access. They say it's 90% done, but who knows how long that last 10% is going to take. No rush. You know, make it good. Don't make it fast.
We'd like to see this year, but if we say this year, we'll fail.
Yeah, don't say this year. Just say when it's done. That's what Blizzard always says, and it seems to work out for them. So, when it's done, basically. Wow.
Angels Fall First is unconstrained by finances. We do this in our spare time. It's unconstrained by external control. And with that lack of constraint comes a necessary delay while we all argue about it and figure out what's best for the game. But that's the point. We're figuring out what's best for the game.
What are your day jobs, guys, real quick? What are your day jobs?
Software development.
Yeah. A lot of us are professionals in the game industry.
And what about you, man?
Some of us work in the actual gaming industry. I don't. And
Lars likes to laugh at those of us who work in the games industry.
not quite laugh, but you know the gaming industry doesn't quite exist as much here.
So if you couldn't tell, this is a passion project from a bunch of people doing this in their spare time. And it really shows. This is a really great game. We've played it quite a bit. We love it. And it's constantly being updated and constantly being improved. So
you guys never saw your names on the helmets, did you? We have to say that.
what?
You get your name on your helmet.
What?
Yeah,
You didn't see that? You get
No.
your name on every ship.
What? That's
'Cause why
amazing.
wouldn't you do that?
No, it's true. Why wouldn't you? Can't believe it's hard to implement, and it makes people probably really happy.
It was hard, but we did it anyway.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like watching people running around repairing this battleship because it is sparking all over the place. So, folks, just a couple quick programming notes. Next week on the show, we are welcoming back the developer of Alliance of the Sacred Sons, which, if you're not unaware, is the closest thing to Crusader Kings in Space we've seen yet. It just hit paid early access, and we're very excited to return to it, play it, and talk about it. And this will be his third time back on, and we're very excited because he's always a great guest. Thursday, we spun the wheel, and it picked Vermintide. So we are going to be playing some Vermintide in co-op for the first time. So that should be fun. Gentlemen, I want to thank you guys.
Your first time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty much my first time. Also, our first time on the channel. So, kind of was correct, sort of. Gentlemen,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us, and special thanks, as always, to our Patreon subscribers. You help make the site possible, and we can't thank you enough. If you want to support what we're doing on Patreon, all it takes is $1 a month. It's patreon.com/SpaceGameJunkie. And if we get enough, we'll do cameras, we'll do monthly meetups. We're going to be adding some new tiers soon once I figure out how to properly do that. Yeah, to everyone who's already subscribed, thank you. And if you'd like to, we'd love to have you get a special patron channel on the Discord, and we're working on other perks as well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Thank you, everyone out there, a lot of you for watching and for listening, and we'll see you next week. Have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye.